And for our Australian viewers, especially for you, Ivan Bogan Street. It'd be weird if it said Ivan Milat, wouldn't it? See, I'm thinking of all my friends in Oz. Not constantly, obviously, but just from time to time. I even get a reminder. Cheeky. Why not take the weight off? There's got to be an easier way to do this travelling malarkey. Got some more interesting fruits here. What would you say that was? There's some dried up examples which appear to indicate it is a fruit of some kind. But what type of fruit? Drop me a line in the comments if you know. I'd appreciate that. Thanks very much. Right next to the Easy Travel tour bus and opposite the Easy Travel tourist agency. That doesn't look like easy travel to me. Made in Ukraine, a football. I wonder if this is from 2012, the shared European Football Championships with Poland. What do you think about this then? And I thought I was cheeky. I'm glad it's written in English, otherwise I wouldn't have understood it. All I can say is, whoever painted this hasn't met some of the women I have. Oh boy. Charles Darwin Street. Holy mother of monkeys. Charles Darwin. I'm surprised he's mentioned here at all, actually, given that it's such a heavy, oppressive religious presence in Ukraine. And before you know it, you're faced with this. The hugely impressive UNESCO Heritage Site listed University of Chernivtsi main buildings. Some people online, I should say, have complained that they've been charged by people at the gate for entry, while others haven't. It's a Saturday. Looks like there's a few people standing outside waiting to get in. Whether that's possible or not, I don't know. As I say, I'm not sort of trying to play devil's advocate with this, but I am curious who, if anybody, might get charged for entry to the grounds, or if it's not open at all to visitors. Clearly it has been in the past. I mean, flipping heck. If you come to Chernivtsi, you've got to come and see this, haven't you? Thank goodness we can see this much at least, even if, as it appears, there may be some limitation on access to the grounds within. If we have to satisfy ourselves with what we can see from this side of the fence, I guess so be it. You see, I'm setting the bar low. Anything at all, any limited amount of admission is going to be a bonus, but I'm assuming I won't be. Or as a creepy looking foreigner, I might be asked for some cash. And so the latest is, on this Saturday anyway, you can only go in with a tour guide. You know how I feel about tour guides. And like the young couple I was just talking to at the gate who kindly gave me the full information, they didn't want to have a full tour and potted history either. They wanted to go in, look around and take pictures, just like me. So for once I'm in step with the local folk. But what do? It's a means for the university to make a little bit of money perhaps, and no doubt they really need to make money from some means or other. in order to maintain this huge complex of fine, fine buildings. It's just unfortunate that on this occasion, not going to be able to get access. Ah, well. There's always next time, perhaps. Okay, let's have a look at a map. Why not? Particularly when it shows a nice elevated view of the university building. I don't know how they managed to get that because they didn't have drones, and yeah, there isn't really a building tall enough to get that viewpoint, but nice that they did. Well, that's kind of deflated me, as you can probably tell. You seem a bit deflated. I am a bit deflated. Funny you should say that. Is noticing a sign that you care. Where did that come from? God, he's talking to himself now. Yeah, we still have some treats to look at, don't we? Let's not be disheartened. I'm determined not to be disheartened. Let's go down the street we just walked up, which seems not what I like to do usually, but on the other hand, yeah, okay, so let's not. You talked me into it. Let's walk down this street instead, because we might see something different. And this looks like it might be a nice building. We might get to see a little more of a little different angle of the gorgeous university buildings. Just as well that Chernivtsi has some very nice looking consolation prizes in the architecture stakes, isn't it? There, feeling better already, aren't you? I know I am. What is it that we are actually looking at? I haven't a clue. But I think I know a man who does. Mykola Petrovich Gavaleshko. Oh, I thought the street might have been named after him, but no, he gets a plaque. But the street's actually named after Mikhailo Kotsiubinsky. I really do have to say shame on me for not remembering whether I came here before on my first visit to Chernivtsi. How could I not remember if I had been here? Can I interest you in some orange fruits? They look tasty, don't they? Or maybe some red ones. Better not try. Don't want a gripey tummy later, do I? And with the history of guts problems I've had in the last 2 years, I would be very much a fool if I was to start eating random berries I find on trees. What grows on trees? A likely stomachache, I would suggest. There's a view that you don't often see in the tourist books. And there's a view you don't want to see ever. But he's one of the several homeless dogs in Chernivtsi. I haven't known whether to mention it or not, but it's quite noticeable how there are... I mean, the city's not overrun with the homeless dogs, bless them, and they've got these tags in their ears. That must have hurt. It's a shame they're not being taken in and given proper homes. It does make you think of Romania, doesn't it? We are close to the border. Makes me think of Romania anyway. Sad memories of those poor dogs. It's life, isn't it? And you can't deny these things go on in the world. Homeless dogs, an issue, and always need a home. And if you're not happy in your family, why not try giving a dog a home? Why not? I find it absolutely creates a revolution in the house. For better or worse, admittedly. But if you're not happy at home, why not get a dog? What's the worst that could happen? Have to take it back to the dog pound? Yeah, that isn't nice. But if you get the dog from the dog pound, at least you're giving the dog a chance. And you're giving yourself a chance of being happier in the future. Oh, there's a nice view. Very nice view. Some more of the fruits, but this time they're green before they actually move on to becoming red or orange. You know what I'm going to say. If you do know the answer, kindly let me know in the comments below. I want to say red currants, but the fact that there were sort of mandarin orange coloured little berries as well, unless they turn from mandarin orange into a deep red. Don't know. Look at this. Completely by accident, we found the house where Lesia Ukrainka and Olha Kobylanskoy lived, met. I don't know, but that's a find and a half, isn't it? Crikey. And there's not a big song or dance about this building. Or perhaps they just had one meeting in 1903 and that was it. They met for a cup of tea at a friend's house and this is it. But you don't see Lesia Ukrainka and Olya Kobylanska in the same plaque normally, do you? No. I found something you won't find in the tourist information office, probably. Gosh, I'm really glad I let you talk me into walking down this road rather than retracing my steps on Ukrainska Street. What a lovely, what's it called when they pull together all the elements of a city into one image? Not accurate, that's what it's called. You're not going to get a view. You won't be able to capture this in one image other than if you film what's going on here. But the artist has pulled together notable buildings and locations in Chernivtsi beautifully. Gorgeous. Do you recognize some? All? Not sure? You need to watch the videos, don't you? Most, I would say, but certainly not all I've already seen or filmed and seen. Here in, well, they're going with the Chernivtsi version of the name. Art Info Centre. And I have to say, I thought this was some kind of religious temple from a distance. But now I've got closer to Stare Misto, I'm getting more of a restaurant vibe about it, although surely a restaurant wouldn't have gone to all this trouble and all the expense involved in creating such an eye-catching feature. I very much appreciate these old pictures of Chernivtsi, as they're calling it. Chernivtsi, as we refer to it today. Look at that. Isn't that cool? A tram. Super. Some more images from around the city. Street names lost, I suspect, in time. It's no longer a Hauptstrasse. And the Hauptbahnhof is, in English, main train station, with carriages drawn by horses awaiting the passengers. And the same can be said outside of the State Theatre in memory of Schiller. So a strong strong German influence. French, where did that come from? And some more recent post-war images. And an image which went terribly wrong. Is this the site of what we're looking at today, I wonder? Is this what stood here originally? Hard to tell with that damaged picture, isn't it? I am getting a restaurant vibe, but on the other hand, it's on a scale that I've not encountered before. And up here, it gives it away. Restaurant, karaoke, well, it's a very handsome building. I don't know if it comes across in the film or whether you've really got to see it for your own eyes. Oh, party, oh, I see. Restaurant, karaoke, party bar, disco. Sorbonne Deluxe. So, oh, there is a French. Who would have knew? There is a French flavour to this. Sorbonne, of course, the famous art school in Paris. And over here in this little park space, who do we have? We have Yuri Fedkovich. Don't know who he is. Or was, I should say. Let's see if we can get him in the picture with the Sorbonne restaurant. Just about. We have another saucy looking building peeping at us through the trees, whetting our appetite. And here we have it. And here's one of the leviathans of Ukrainian literature, Ivan Franko himself. How close can we get? The work of Yuri Pitchuk and Marta Pitchuk. A lady has just been indicating from her balcony that if I like that artwork, I need to look up and keep my eyes open and walk up this way. That way looks nice as well. I want to go in both directions. Very nice looking former temple, now working as a cinema of all things, which is interesting. And quite a bizarre little corner of a very attractive area in general, close to the university. But there's this, well, dubious area, we can call it. Yes, it seems as though it's a bit of a market, a tiny market spot, but also a hangout for some unfortunates in society, shall we say, at the same time. but it's a spot that has been identified by an artist to make some perhaps pertinent comments. The underbelly in Chernivtsi that the tour guides don't tell you about.